Picture this. It's December 31st. You're sitting at your kitchen table, got your coffee in hand, and you're looking back at the year behind you. But instead of that familiar knot that you get in your stomach about another year of almost and maybe next time, you're actually smiling. Because this was the year that you finally stopped pretending to be someone else's version of success and you started building a life that actually fits who you are. And what I'm about to share with you, it's the exact framework that has made that transformation 100% possible.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to another episode of the Dark Horse Entrepreneur AI Escape Plan, where we do break free from the grind. We share AI-powered tips and side hustle strategies and support my amazing parents out there that are chasing freedom like modern-day trailblazers. And if you happen to know someone who dreams of ditching their grind, but at the same time, they still make time for the amazing bedtime stories, I want to go ahead and forward this episode to them. All right, let's get stuck right into today's episode. First, we're going to be diving into the mirror test revelation. You're going to discover why most parent entrepreneurs are unknowingly building businesses for someone else's life. Yeah, not theirs. And I'm going to show you exactly how to spot if you're doing this right now. Then we're going to explore the values archaeology discovery, which is a simple 15-minute exercise that peels away what you actually care about versus what you think you care about. Trust me, you might find this a bit surprising. And then finally, we're going to tackle the trajectory awareness breakthrough. This is where you're going to learn to see the gap between where you're heading and where you actually want to be, and how you can use AI to bridge it faster than you ever thought possible. Here's something I think is going to 100% just mess with your head. Most parent entrepreneurs are working harder than ever to build someone else's dream life. You're grinding on that side hustle. You're learning the AI tools. You're optimizing your LinkedIn posts. And for what? You're doing it to hit income goals? Well, who told you to set those? Oh, some guru out there told you that it mattered. Are you out there doing all of that to build a business that looks successful on Instagram, but still leaves you feeling empty at about 2 a.m. at night while you're laying in bed and awake, going, oh my God, what's going on? Look, here's the thing. I've been there. Hell, I've coached many parents who are still there. And here's what I've learned inside of all of that. The problem is not your strategy. The problem is you're strategizing for the wrong person. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to picture yourself 6 months from now. You're sitting in your car after dropping the kids off at school, and your phone buzzes with a notification. Ding, another sale, another milestone hit. Your AI-powered side hustle is working exactly as you planned it. But instead of feeling excited, you feel empty. You feel tired. You feel like you're running on a treadmill that someone else built, and you're heading towards a destination you're not even sure you want to reach. Yeah, you start thinking about last night. Your daughter asked you to help with her science project, and you said, maybe later, honey, because you had to finish optimizing your latest funnel. Later never came. She went to bed disappointed, and you stayed up till midnight tweaking something that probably didn't even matter. Now you're wondering, when did building freedom start feeling like building yet another prison? When did chasing your dreams start costing you the very life that you're trying to improve? You sit there in that school parking lot watching other parents drive away to jobs they probably hate, and you realize something terrifying. You might be more trapped than they are. At least they know when their work ends. Your freedom business seems to follow you everywhere. That moment in the car, that, my friend, is your wake-up call. That's when you realize you've been building someone else's version of success with your own two little hands, using your own time and giving up all of your own energy. And the worst part? You can't even remember when you decided that that's exactly what you wanted. It sound familiar? Because if it does, let me tell you, you're not broken. You're just building for the wrong person. So here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and grab yourself a notebook, open up your phone, put in your notes app, whatever it is, because we're going to be doing this together. We're going to be doing this together right now. This I want to give you is the exact 3-part framework that changed everything for so many of the parent entrepreneurs I'm lucky enough to work with. Part 1 is the mirror test. It's probably going to take you about 10 minutes. So first thing I want you to do is to write down your current goals, all of them. Business goals, revenue goals, weight loss goals, family time goals, relationship goals, dream goals, vacation goals, whatever it is. Whatever you have, write them down for 2026. That's what we're talking about here. Now, here's the question, and this one might sting a little bit. Whose voice do you hear when you read each one of those goals? Is it your voice, or is it your mom's voice telling you to be practical? Maybe it's your spouse's voice because it has something to do with financial security. Maybe it's some influencer's voice about what successful parents should want. Hopefully it's not my voice. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down next to each goal, this sounds like, and whose voice you think it sounds like. If more than half of your goals sound like someone else's voice, ding, 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 you have found a pattern. You've found a problem. You're not building your life. You're building their life with your energy. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's move on to part 2. This is the values archaeology. It's about 15 minutes you're going to invest into this one because this is where we're going to dig a little deeper. I want you to think about the last time you felt truly alive and just positively energized, right? You know what I'm talking about. It's like, you're like, wow. Sometimes for some of us, time just seems to fly by so fast.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
You weren't just happy. You were feeling where it's that feeling, like I just mentioned, where time just kind of poof, disappeared and you felt like you were exactly where you belonged. This is where I'm meant to be. Okay? Write down what you were doing when you felt like that. Who were you with, or were you alone? And what values were you honoring in that very moment? Now, do the same thing for the last time you felt completely drained, maybe even a little bit resentful. You know what I'm talking about? Even if you were successful in that moment, but you still felt drained and a bit resentful. And here's what you'll discover. Your energy follows your values, not your goals. When you're building something aligned with your core values, how you feel inside, work is going to start feeling like play. When you're not, even when you're winning, it feels like losing. And for my parent entrepreneurs, this usually reveals something a bit profound inside you. You don't actually want to be a millionaire CEO. You want to be present for your kids while contributing something meaningful to your community, to the world. Okay? Those, my friends, are two very different business models. Now let's go into part 3. This is the trajectory awareness. Got about 20 minutes you can invest in this. This is the part I think changes everything, and I want you to project forward, and I want you to project forward honestly. All right? Here's the question. If you keep doing exactly what you're doing right now, same habits, same priorities, same energy allocation, where will you be in 5 years? All right, just go ahead and answer that honestly. Not where you hope to be, where you will actually be based off that current trajectory. Go ahead, write it down. My friends, be brutally honest as you write it down. Now, once you got that down there, write down where you actually want to be in 5 years. Not what sounds impressive, not what your mom says you want you to do, not what your spouse says you should be doing, but where you want to be, where you will actually feel proud of who you are and fulfilled about the work that you had to do to get there. Is there a gap between those two pictures? That's your work. And here's where AI becomes your secret weapon. Once you know who you really are and where you really want to go, AI can help you get there faster than any previous generation of parents or anybody ever could. Okay? So this framework is really just the beginning. The AI Escape Plan newsletter gives you the tools to bridge that gap between who you are and where you want to be. Because every week you'll get practical AI-powered strategies designed specifically for parents who want to build something meaningful without sacrificing their family time. You could say it's your roadmap to more money, more freedom, and more of what truly matters to you. Because once you know who you are, building the right business, I think it could become inevitable. Okay. And here's why I think all of this matters more than any AI tool I could ever tell you about or any side hustle strategy I could ever speak about or teach you. We are living through the greatest opportunity in human history for each and every single person's individual empowerment. AI has democratized capabilities that used to require entire teams of people to execute. You, and I'm pointing at you, can actually build, create, and scale things that were impossible just 5 years ago. Heck, for some things, just a couple of years ago. But here's the trap. All that power is useless if you're using it to build the wrong life. The parents and the entrepreneurs who win in the AI economy are not the ones with the best tools. They're the ones who know exactly who they are and what they're building towards intentionally. They use AI as that amplifier for their authentic selves They don't use it as a way to become someone else, someone that they're not, just to impress other people. This, I think, is bigger than a business strategy. And I wanted to deviate from the usual thing I've been telling you about here because we're going into a new year and I want you to really rethink things because this is about the future of work, the future of family, and the future of your human potential. When you align your identity with your actions and then amplify that alignment with AI, you just don't build a business. You build a legacy. Isn't that what we all want? The most dangerous person in today's AI economy is someone who knows exactly who they are and refuses to apologize for it. That's who I try to be day in and day out. I hop on this microphone and I share things that I think are whiskered bits of wisdom, and I don't apologize for my opinion because it's just that. It's my opinion. You have yours. I have mine. I will respect your opinion. I'll listen to it, take it in, even ponder it a bit. Maybe it modifies some of my thinking, but it's still your opinion until I completely absorb it. So here's your specific action for this week. Here's your whiskered wisdom for the week. Go ahead and complete the Identity Audit Framework I just walked you through. Don't just think about it. I know you may be listening as you're doing other things, but don't just think about it. I want you to actually write it all down. Set yourself a timer for 45 minutes and do all 3 parts. Then look at your current projects, AI projects, side hustle projects, whatever it may be, and ask yourself, is this building towards who I really am or who I think I should be? If that answer makes you a little bit uncomfortable, then good. Discomfort, as you've heard me say before, is data. It's telling you something needs to change. And now you've got a handle on it. Okay, I can change it. The parents making real money with AI aren't the ones chasing every single new tool that comes out. And trust me, there are a lot of them. You've probably seen them. They're the ones who figured out who they are first, then use AI to become more of that person faster. Listen, 2026 is going to happen whether you're intentional about it or not. It just is. You can't stop time. You can spend it building someone else's version of success, or you can spend it becoming the most authentic, powerful version of yourself you could ever be. The choice is yours. But remember, the parents who are winning right now, they stopped trying to be everything to everyone and started being exactly who they are, who they were made to be, who they're really good at being to the right people. Your family deserves a parent who's building something real. They deserve a life that actually fits with who you are. They deserve who you are, and the world deserves whatever unique contribution that only you can make. Heck, I'm waiting to see it myself. Stop building someone else's dream and start building yours. And with that, I'm going to leave you as I always do. Think successfully and take action.
Hey, my Dark Horse entrepreneurs, thanks for investing your precious time with us today. I know that between soccer practice and bedtime stories, every single minute counts. And that's exactly why I created the Dark Horse Insider, your weekly dose of digital marketing strategies, all designed specifically for my busy entrepreneurs, especially my busy parent entrepreneurs. If you're ready to turn those small buckets of time into profitable momentum, head on over to darkhorseinsider.com. darkhorseinsider.com and join our free newsletter, because we Dark Horses do not just run the race, we change how the race is won. Until next time, think successfully and take action. darkhorseinsider.com.